Well, my name is Rosabi McGarry and I'm the chairperson of the Drumgoon Old Graveyard Maintenance and Support Committee. And we're standing here on Drumgoon Hill. Drumgoon Hill is a very ancient sacred site and is dating back to the time of pre-Christianity. This originally would have been the place of pre-Christian worship. So when Christianity came to the country, it made sense to take control of an already existing place of worship, and so it was in 650. It's recorded that the first church was established here, and that would have been the first Christian church in the parish of Drumgoon, and indeed the parish of Drumgoon takes its name from this hill, Drumgoon Hill. We started in 2016 because this site had become very overgrown and had returned to nature, and our community came together and we decided it wasn't very fair for the people who had gone before us to let this sacred field go into such bad repair. So our community came together under the structure of a committee, and we came in and we cleared the site of vegetation. Thanks so much for the County Cavan local development under the Rural Social Scheme. They have been very helpful and very supportive, and we have a man, Joe Loughran, who maintains the graveyard. We're very proud of the work that Joe does because he works under a management and conservation plan. We're very aware of biodiversity, and we have to keep that in mind when we're maintaining the graveyard. So there's different patches can be cut at a time and to make it respectful and still coordinating with biodiversity and with nature. And when we had that done, we decided we'd like to do some research on the hill and on the field, seeing it's a medieval graveyard sitting on a ring fort, so we decided we'd do some research. So we got the professionals in, and we got some geophysics done, and we got some topography done, and we done some historical research. And while we were there was a young man who was studying archaeology, and he went for a walk out around the Outer Bank, and he discovered a deposit of charcoal and slag. So we had that analysed, and it shows that iron smelting actually took place on the ring of this fort in 650 AD. So this was a very notable place where we are standing, back down 2,000 years ago. We found a well. Every hill would have had a well. It sits over the River Annalee, so possibly it was the first ring fort that was inhabited. And from here you can see 7 ring forts. So more than likely, when the people were established here, they moved out to other ring forts in the area. Just behind me here in this tree, there's evidence of a souterrain. And we have our original banks. As you see Drumgoon Hill here today, bar human burials for the last 2,000 years, nothing has taken place. The rings around the fort as what they were. Nature and weather would have taken a little bit of impact on them, but they are as what they were up to 2,000 years ago. We have 3 denominations buried here, and those 3 denominations came and helped us, and that was a very proactive, exciting thing to take place. All elements of our community came together to restore. There was a lot of work involved here, and as our committee members would say, we never once got wet when we came. We done a lot of work here. There was great fun and great crack, great stories told. I wouldn't like to vouch for them all now, but there was great stories told here, and we got a lot of work done. 2016 we started. We done the research in 2017, and we had a heritage event. In 2018 we had a massive big heritage event. 2019 we recorded folklore stories. We're constantly being proactive and trying to build up the profile of the graveyard to make it interesting for people to come. So when we recorded the headstone information, we got a sign at the gate outlining where the people who are buried in graves that had markers on them with readings on them. Now there's 138 markers, but we located 748 grave markers. There's a lot of people buried in unmarked graves. As the times that it was in the penal times, Catholics weren't allowed to have headstones with inscriptions, so there was a stone or a marker used, and as the years went on, that family would have died out and nobody really knew who owned that stone. So we put out an appeal for anyone who knew of relations that was buried in Drumgoon Hill to come forward and let us know. That was very successful, and we went through all the information booklets that we could get on burials on Drumgoon Hill, and from that we have a sign down there. There's over 1,100 names of people who's buried in unmarked graves. This has led to a great interest through social media from people all around the world doing their genealogy and doing their ancestry to come back to see where their ancestors are buried. So for that reason our community is so proud to have this graveyard here in such good condition that can be enjoyed. We have a lot of visitors that come here, and they just enjoy the peacefulness, they enjoy the scenery, they enjoy the information. School children love coming here. We've got a lot of development done where there's parking outside the gate to make it more access more easy. And our community are very proud, and I'm so proud of our committee that have worked so hard and continue to work so hard on this. The future is very bright. We're still at our research. We have a student doing a postgraduate on our findings, and we're looking forward to the results of that. And yes, we're very happy with Drumgoon Hill, as I said before, in all the work that was done here, and there was great fun from the GAA to children to senior citizens to people at home for the weekend. So every Saturday they came here for the crack. We had a wee cafe set up at the gate with the tables and the sandwiches and the flasks of tea and the whole lot, and that's where the fun and the stories were. Apart from money that was spent on the reclamation of the site and for research, like no money was spent. Everyone gave their time voluntary, which is an incredible thing, and it's a great community spirit. And I know that we have the blessing of the spirits that are here on the hill with us. It's a legacy that we can pass on to the next generation.